Yeah. Hi everybody. I want to make a real quick video talking about a couple of different things. A couple of you are probably wondering what the hell this thing is. This is a Mosin Nagant spiked bayonet. This thing is pretty freaking cool. And this thing right here, from what I've read about them, if you get shanked with the damn thing, it creates a very unique star pattern, which is incredibly hard to stitch up. And then on top of that off, it does not have a tip. This camera does not have a tip. It is flat like a screwdriver tip. How's that for a communist bayonet? Nothing says fuck you more than a flat blunt tip. Oh, well. But here's a rifle that I had picked up. This is a Mosin Nagant. It is unloaded. But I want to make this video, explaining to, a few people. Yeah, these are getting, Mosin Nagants are getting harder and harder to get. You can't just walk into a sporting goods store anymore and decide, hey, I want to buy that Mosin. And if you do, you can spend in upwards of $200-300 on just the rifle. I was able to get pretty freaking lucky. I got the rifle with the bayonet, the sling, the little carry pouches. Man, I got it all. Hell, I bought the clips, the stripper clips separately. But the little stripper clips, they just slip right in. You slip right in, you hold up one round, and you drive it in with the rest. Because if you go to do it like this, to push down, like you would an 8mm Mauser stripper clip, won't work. Don't know why. You pick one up underneath your front finger, and you straight up just drive that sumbitch in. But then you gotta pull this out. I'm not gonna close the bolt, but got a little trap door down here. There's that. Pull it back to the rear. Oh, come on. And then all these right here will just come out. There'll be 4 that'll come out, and your 5th one is interrupted by the cartridge interrupter in here. So I'll just close it and bring it back out. I've wanted one of these for a really, really long time. These Mosin Nagants are pretty freaking awesome. And I can do a lot of different things with this rifle. It's a relatively cheap rifle. For what you get, it is a relatively cheap rifle. You can do a lot of different things with it. You can go hunting, you can use it for personal defense if need be. Me personally, I'm thinking about getting a cabin and some woods down in a different county in the state of Illinois, and I'm planning on taking and putting this rifle right here in that little cabin and just leaving it there. It's not going to hurt my feelings if it's stolen or anything like that. I paid a fairly good amount for this rifle. Kind of suck if it was stolen, but it's not going to be like if my 1911 or anything else got stolen, kind of thing. To put the bayonet on, it's got a little channel right here, that will slip over the front sight. The channel slips in. Okay, I don't know if this is going to pick it up. And then you have a groove right here. You get a little groove right here. Channel right here, goes over, and then the groove is right on this side of things. And you take this, you slide it on, pull it, and then you turn it to the right. It's really tight. It's really tight, but that's how your bayonet looks on there. It does not block the rifle at all, or the muzzle. It is really incredibly tight, but I mean it's pretty freaking solid. I don't think it's going anywhere. And then just press the plunger and then slide it straight off. The bluing on this is absolutely freaking amazing. I don't know when this bayonet was made, when it was used, and the reason why I say when and not if is because Mosin Nagants were very heavily used during the World War II, and then they were very heavily used after that. So almost all of these parts on here were carried by some soldier or another, because after the war, a lot of these Mosins, some of them made it into storage, and some of them made them off to other communist countries. Go figure. But I haven't done very much research on this rifle. I'm not even for sure how I would go about doing that to find out, information about that, because I'm pretty sure that they don't really have a serial number system like they do over here in the United States. I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, hey, you give me X amount of vodka and I give you X amount of rifles. Pretty sure that's how it goes. I meant that as a joke. But I feel like I got a fairly good rifle. It's a 1943. It's a 43 Izmash round receiver wartime production rifle. But the cool thing is, I wanted a solid stock. Sorry, guys, I'm just waking up. But I wanted a solid wood stock. I didn't want a laminated stock. I don't know if you can see it, but I didn't really want a laminated wood stock. I just wanted one that was a solid wood, so that way it would be a lot easier to get the cosmoline out. And let me tell you something, that is an absolute nightmare. If you don't have a heat gun, or if you don't have, if you ain't got a heat gun and you don't have simple green, you're better off just putting it off to the side and leaving it alone until you do. But other than that, it's a nice gun, nice rifle. Should be able to last me a really long time. I take care of it, I clean it. I mean, it's really rough around the edges. I mean, this thing was made in 43, and I can still see the machining marks on the top of the receiver from where they turned down the barrel. And just from my metalworking background, I can definitely look at this and see that this must have been turned down in a hurry, because it's not smooth rings or lines going across. It's chips and jerks and all kinds of shit. So either the guy's lathe must have had the insert that was dull, chipped, or it just the insert was loose. So just by looking at that, I can tell that whoever done that done a combination of those three. All right, well, someone was calling me. Had to end the call. Well, I'm gonna get off here, y'all. This is my Mosin. This is my rifle. Uh, I really like this thing. I've wanted one of these since I was 18. I could not get one. I really, 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 really wanted one. I really thought very highly of them, and I still do. For the amount of rifle that you get versus the money, they're still very good as far as I'm concerned. 7.62 by 54R is what they're chambered in. I know people that have dropped hogs and deer with this round. I mean, it's a good cartridge. You can do an awful lot with it. You can defend yourself with this rifle. You can do a lot of different things with this gun. Probably the most scariest thing that you could ever see on this gun is this bayonet. And I know some of the sniper models, this is not a sniper model, but they would have a scope over here on the side. Frame. They would have a scope mount right over here on the side of the gun. And the stock would be cut up a little bit differently. But mine's not a sniper. The trigger on this is absolutely freaking ridiculous. I mean, it is. I mean, it's pretty stout. It's a pretty stout trigger. But I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. I mean, because if you were to go, I like traditional stuff. I like metal and wood. If you were to go and buy a newer production rifle with this specific type of bluing, type of iron sights, type of wood stock, and intricate machined down metal parts, this rifle is a damn good value because you're not going to find that today. Everything is all kind of shitty injection molded shit that may fit or may not fit, and every gun manufacturer is all about saving money and not about putting out quality shit. You see that with Remington, you see that with Marlin, you see that with, well, I mean, technically they're all owned by the Freedom Group, but you see shit like that, and it really gets to me. You know, you take a name of a company that's been around for a long time, and then you run it through the mud. But that's completely another different story. But I'm gonna get off here, y'all. This is my Mosin Nagant. Got a couple other guns. I've probably got about 5 or 10 more that I'd like to make a couple videos on. Anybody has any questions, get a hold of me. Other than that, take care, y'all. Bye.